Listen, man, this is another rendition of the Standout Podcast where everyone and anyone could be a standout. And today, man, I got a dude in here that I've watched grown up over the time, and he's really coming to his own in terms of this drill music shit. And he's really, to be honest with you guys, the youngest in charge right now.
No cap.
You know what I'm saying? The youngest in charge. OTK7AY is in the building. What's up? What's poppin', man?
What up, gang? How you doing?
I'm good, man. This is a long time coming for you, man. You know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everything that you're doing and everything that's coming up for you. Listen, man, you know, I could talk to you about a lot of things, but first off, I want to talk to you about your hustle, man. You know,
what up?
You started off this like almost recording on, from what I heard, like an iPad, right? Like recording your music off an iPad.
Yeah, it started off my phone with them, you know, them headphones that they be coming in.
Yeah.
I came in with those.
So tell me about, you know, just actually wanting to start this and just get into that and do that off that. Like, how much determination did it take to actually make songs off that stuff? Like, in terms of that.
Honestly, bro, like, I feel like when you want something, you gonna do it however you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So when I've been wanting to get into music. I just never take the chance. I never, you know, was like, yeah, I'm about to do it. So when I found out you could really make music off your phone,
right, I
was like, damn, I'm about to do this right now. I'm like, I went into my room, I opened my drawer, I grabbed the headphones, I plugged it in, and I just started spinning.
So you just went crazy off the rip, like with that, because I know, like, I've tried to produce beats off an iPad, right?
Yeah.
And when I'm doing it, I'm like, how the hell do I even do a beat off this? You're actually recording songs and putting them on albums and doing that shit. To me, that was crazy. It's just testament to your hustle. So even on top of that, you know, you have a crazy support system and the people that, you know, care for you and stuff. When you started doing this rapping shit off the iPad and stuff, was it like, yo, like, he's really trying to do this, he's really trying to do that? And how was your support system after that? Like, seeing that hustle, were they like full support of it?
It was more like when I started rapping,
right,
point blank, I didn't even get love for real.
Really?
Nah, it was more like the people I fucked with, they would be like, yo, shut the fuck up, stop rapping.
Damn.
Real rap. And I was like, you know what? Like, I told myself, I'm like, damn, should I quit? And then I saw people like you, and then other people like, nah, motherfucker, you got to keep going.
Come on, man. Don't do that to me.
Real rap.
Don't do that to me, man.
I'm like, damn, I'm gonna keep going. I need to keep going, you know? Oh, and then there's motherfuckers over here that I went to school with. They was like, yo, shut the fuck up, stop rapping.
And see, that's where I want to get into, because on Welcome to 304 World, that cover hit me and it struck me crazy. Because on the cover it says quit rap, shut the fuck up and stuff like that. I thought that was just motivational shit you're putting on there, almost to be like, you know what I'm saying? This shit motivated me to get here, but this is shit I'm telling myself, because the dude in the front looked like somebody, like, it looked like you were trying to kill off somebody else. Like, that's what I thought it was a metaphor from. But you're telling me these are actually people telling you, like, nah, you'll never be able to make this album.
Yeah. If you look at I had 3 album covers for it.
Right.
It was mainly, the first album cover I had, it was yellow tape.
Right.
Full of yellow tape and then me in the middle. And it basically represented, like, when you see certain shit, it's like, it's blocked off from the public. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not a lot of people can see that because they only look at certain things.
Wow.
And then the one that I dropped, the purple one, is me, and then me again, like 2 other me's.
Right.
And it's basically stages throughout my life where it's like, you got 3, if you're gonna meet me, you got 3 versions of me. You got the person in the middle, staying for business.
Right.
The one that don't play. The one to my left is the hustler, the one that gets to it.
Right.
And then the one to the right is the one that he been through shit, but nobody gonna really listen to him.
Right.
Because you focus on the 2 other ones.
Right.
So that's why that one's the darkest one. And then you got the line in the background, and it's
right. You know, and I think in terms of your music, you know, going down the album, you really showcase all 3 of those personalities. Is it always dope for you to, like, try to get into each one of those and tell stories from each one of those perspectives? Like, is that hard for you, or is that easy to get into those perspectives?
I feel like it's not really as that it's hard. It's more like when you sit down and start writing, it's like, oh, shit, they not gonna fuck with this one.
Right. Yeah.
And when I recorded, I don't remember what it was called, but the slow one, I started talking about how my mom called me one time asking if I had a grip.
Now this is the song I wanted to add. That No Problem is the song, ladies and gentlemen, that he's talking about.
Yeah, No Problem.
And that song hit me because you say a line in that song, and it's scary to me because how old are you? I want people to know at home.
14.
14 years old.
Facts.
Okay. He says in a song, I think you say something about your future kids and that you don't want them to be with a man like you, or you don't want them to see a man like you. You want to evolve.
Yeah.
To be 14 and be that fucking... At 14, bro, I was playing my Xbox. I know what the fuck was going on. And you're that self-aware to the point of where you actually know, like, bro, what I'm doing right now and everything that I got going on, I need to fix myself. But for right now, I'm just going with it. And I hope that by the time I have these kids, that this shit figures out.
They're not going to go through that shit that I went through. Yeah.
Like, how are you that self-aware already? Is it just years of life experience? Is it just knowing that?
It's really what I went through for real as a kid. As a kid, I went through hella shit. So it's like, when you go through hella shit, you got no choice but to be aware of what the fuck going around you.
Right, yeah.
Like, and seeing shit crazy with your parents and shit, you got to be more aware of that. Yeah. And I really grew up with my sister for real, so it's more, you got to be even more aware because my sister only like 4 years ahead of me. So I got to be like, damn, I got to hold it down for my sister too because it's like, yeah, she's my older sister, but I look at her as my little sis, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this, you know, me being I can't say I'm in the same boat as you life-wise, but I've had that same thing because I'm the older brother and my mother was sick my whole life. You know, my mother was paralyzed at the age when I was 5. So do you ever feel like it's unfair in a way because you have to grow up so fast, or do you take it as an advantage? Because sometimes I think it's unfair. Other times I take it as I learned these life lessons early so I don't have to learn them later. Yeah,
I look at it like that too because
you look at it like that?
If you really think about it, like sometimes I also understand when people be like, oh, you're growing up too fast. You got to be a kid when you be a kid.
Right.
But I also feel like and what happens when you grow up? Like, what if it's too late?
You know, and that's the thing with me that I don't understand with people, especially in terms of music, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when you're this young and you could already speak on the subject matter that you're speaking on, to me, it's kind of crazy that you already have this content and you're 14 years old. Like, people don't realize that when you hit 20, the amount of life shit that you're going to go through and the amount of shit you're going to be able to speak about, those albums I hope I'm around for them fucking albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's crazy. So how much of that do you attribute to, you know, like, or how much do you attribute to that in your music, and how much do you want to put that in your music? Like, do you ever hold back? Because I feel like sometimes with me, I used to hold back a lot. And that No Problem song, for the first time with me, with you listening to it, I'm not going to say that your subject matter isn't like that, but to me, it was the first time where you kind of opened the book and unraveled. Like, do you want to do more of that type of shit?
Yeah, when I dropped that song, I got a call from my boy. I haven't talked to him in years.
Right.
He was like, yo, bro, I love seeing this. I love you talking about what life really is for you.
Right.
Like, you're really doing good for yourself. And when I dropped that song, I remember being in the studio with All Around.
Shout out my boy All Around.
Shout out my boy All Around, Ghost Worldwide.
Shout out that whole Ghost Worldwide. You heard me?
Yeah, shout out the producer too, RMC. He went crazy on that beat.
Shout out to him too.
So when I was in the studio, I remember writing to this beat, and no cap, like, I started tearing up inside the in the booth. I was like, this shit crazy, because I put in the line, like, because one bar that really hit me that I had to put, like, it just had to be in there, was when my mom called me asking me about a grip.
Yeah.
And I said word for word, I was like, my mom called me asking if I had a grip. Like, I know if, like, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot, but if she know the truth, then she gonna get real sick.
Like that line. Okay, I'll keep it real with you. My mom dying at the age of 23.
Yeah.
And knowing what I was doing. Listen, like I say to everybody, just so everybody knows, outside, I was in the street. I wasn't a street dude, but I was doing shit to survive. And my mom knew about it. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me to tell her what I was doing.
It always
So at 14 to get a call and have to explain that shit to your mom, what does that fucking conversation go like? like what is that like? Like that conversation? Cause bro,
hey bro, I ain't gonna cap. This is what happened, right? I'm sitting down in my bed, I'm chilling. I'm going on. I'm on TikTok, bro. This shit hit me by surprise. I get a call. I'm like, oh, my mom called me. She at work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my
TikTok.
My mom calling me. She at work. And I'm like, hello? And she goes, Jay. And then I could already tell by the voice she was pissed off. And I'm like, what's up, ma? And she goes, what's this that I'm hearing that you got a gun? And I'm like, and then I was like, fuck, shit, like fuck, like it's not even that is it's not even that is you're in trouble type of thing. It's more like a you let your moms down.
Because the thing is when you hear like, right, I got the same call you did, right? But when you hear the other end, it's not even that you're in trouble. It's the fucking disappointment in their voice. It's like, cause
she ain't even sound mad. She sounded sad.
That's what I'm saying. Cause it's like, bro, I'd rather have you beat the shit out of me with a chancla than you do that.
In my head, I'm like, yo, you better just beat the shit out of me. I don't want to go out through this. I don't want to keep this conversation going. But no cap, when I was I put her on speaker. I was like, fuck, I really let this woman down. Like,
right.
And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't got a gun. And that's what mainly put in the song. I was like, it hurts a lot, but if she know the truth, she gonna get real sick.
Yeah.
So if she knew the truth, like I let my moms down, you know what I'm saying? That so not even that, my sister down too, because I look up to my sister too. So and then I just was like, I didn't know how to feel in that moment.
Right.
And then what hurt me the most is going to school the 2 weeks after that.
2 weeks after that.
And then getting there late. And she was with me going inside the building just to get searched. Man. Like, that hurt me the most because it's like, damn, you're witnessing your son get searched. Yeah. Like,
you know,
no parent would ever want to go through that.
No, not at all. And, you know, I think, too, you know, something I want to ask you is they obviously know about that shit now. When they find out about the rapper, you know, my mom was very encouraging on me being a rapper, right? She wanted me to do that. I wanted to be a fucking poet. I wanted to do the poetry shit, whatever. My dad was like, hell the fuck no. You not doing no rapping. You not going to no studio. You not doing
studio
none of that.
For you.
Nothing. So tell me, like, when you became a rapper, were they more embracing that than the other side of shit? Were they more like encouraging it or nah?
My mom didn't know I started making music. It was more my sister, to be honest.
Okay.
My sister, not the only reason, because I've been rapping since I was in elementary school.
Right.
Like, you can ask some of my friends that I got right now. You can like, they'd be like,
yo, was banging on the table.
Yeah, what was Jay doing in elementary school? You hit me.
Rapping.
Got the pants, got the hand. We was banging on the table. We was freestyling.
Yeah.
Rap battles and shit. And what's it called? My sister, she was a freshman in high school, I think. And she wanted to be a producer.
Wow, okay.
And I was like, yeah, like, this girl gonna be a producer. I'm gonna be a rapper, like, you know?
Right. That's a perfect duo, I'll tell you
perfect duo. I always told her, I was like, yo, you better give me that free studio session if you about to be that shit, motherfucker. Like, I want that free studio session. And she stopped doing producing, and I was like, yeah, I'm a stand on what I said. I wanted to make music. I want to make music. I'm about to keep doing this shit. Yeah, and she would always tell me, like, when I would fuck up in a song, she's like, shut up, keep doing that shit.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
Or if I'd be like, yo, I want to quit, she's like, yo, stop saying that bullshit. Like,
just keep pushing.
You know that you're not gonna feel the same way when you wake up tomorrow.
Well, and that's the thing with me, like with you, that I find so interesting. You're 14 and you've been wanting to do this since elementary school. When I was in elementary school, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do. I was playing with Pokemon cards. Fuck rapping. I was like, I didn't give a shit about nothing.
I was in 5th grade collecting them Pokemon. Nah, we wasn't playing with Pokemon cards. We were playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you over there, like, honestly, I have to ask you though, right? Because when I was in elementary school, my influence was like 50 Cent. Like, I wanted to be the jack dude with the weird wife beater and shit. like get rich or die trying, whatever. So when you that young, you have to get inspiration from somewhere and somebody. So who are those people, like, at that young where you're like, yo, who was there on the TV where you're like, I want to be him? That's like that. Like, I want to be just like that dude.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know.
Damn.
I can't even tell you for just because of the fact that I looked up to so many rappers, yo. Like, this shit crazy. Like, it wasn't even Pac, it was Biggie. To be honest, Biggie. I wasn't even fucking with Pac. I was fucking with Biggie.
Y'all hear that? He's 14 and likes Biggie. Stop with the bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about y'all. I love Chief Keef. I'm tired of hearing it. He loved Biggie. I love it. Go ahead. Keep
what's
going.
it called? It wasn't even Pac. It was Biggie. And then I started listening to Pac. After I started listening to Pac, I started listening to Snoop. Once I started listening to Snoop, I started listening to Eminem or White Boy.
They're building a monster. That's the building of. You listening to all those people, you gonna be a. Trust me. Listen, when I was coming up and they put me on the Big L and all them people, and it's just so crazy how good that music is.
Don't get it twisted though. I was still listening to that little Dirt when he came out.
I feel you.
At this time though, when I was in 5th grade, that's when 6ix9ine came out.
Oh boy.
So before he ratted, I don't want y'all saying that I fuck with a rat. I don't want y'all saying that I fuck with a rat.
Nah, it's straight. It's cool.
Before he ratted, I was out here listening to Gooba. And I was over. I got a video on my phone actually of me when I was a kid, just screaming at
Before
shit.
we get into the 6ix9ine conversation, because it's crazy how he impacted y'all. I ain't gonna lie. The last song he dropped after he ratted, I can't lie to nobody. It was kind of hard. I'm gonna just put that out there.
I'm not saying that. I ain't listen to it. I ain't even listen to it. I ain't even listen to it, bro.
It was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. He's a federal informant. We don't fuck with informants over here, but
we'll fuck with the rats. Fuck the rats.
But listen, man. So during that, but you were in a SoundCloud era during that time in 5th grade.
Yeah,
you was learning from some of the best. You talking about X. You talking about Trippy. I
wasn't even fucking with Trippy.
You was damn.
Keep it a bean. I wasn't even fucking with Trippy. I was fucking with X. At the time,
the hardest motherfucker out.
I was listening to X when I wasn't listening to Jocelyn Flores. None of that shit.
Nah.
I was listening to that when he was in SoundCloud. When he was dropping them freestyles, when he was yelling at the
raise the soul.
Yeah, that shit. Like fuck. I was listening to that shit. Like and when I was listening to that shit, I was like, this shit fucking hard.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Did you ever, but let me be honest with you, did you ever think that you would be like near them on the sound? Like, cause bro, your shit do numbers. So you with them kind of on the SoundCloud. Did you ever think you'd be like right along with them on SoundCloud and shit? Like,
I never think I was gonna be I ain't even think that I would reach their numbers.
Really?
Nah. Damn. Because it's like looking at them, it's like I want to be like you, but I ain't gonna be like you.
True. So
I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to hit day mark.
You getting there though. There though, surely but surely. So, and listen, man, I want to take it back to your project 304 because I listened to 740 and I'm like, oh, he's already tweaking. Like this he's already tweaking all rip.
I made 740 and when I was listening to this shit, if you were in the studio with me, you would see me bugging out on the floor. I was dancing, I was breakdancing on the floor. That shit was crazy. Do
you like that? Like, cause to me, bro, like people just classify you as a drill artist, right?
Yeah.
But do you like the New Jersey bounce and all that different type of stuff?
Fun fact, that song wasn't Jersey.
It really wasn't?
That's me and my producer, RMC. We sat down one time. We were like, because we were talking about, CT don't got shit.
Right, yeah.
We don't got shit.
Right.
Like, if you really talk about CT, ask about their music, all you hear is that Yank Nation shit.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Yank Nation.
Of course. Shout out Lil Fifth.
Yo, we got the merch. Tap the fuck in.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yank Nation on the back.
You know what I'm saying?
But basically, I was talking to my producer. We was like, yo, bro, like, we gotta make some shit.
Right.
Gotta make some shit.
Right.
And I was like, yo, bro, why don't we just mix Jersey, put that bounce into the drums that we have over here.
Right.
Mix that shit together, and that's how we made 740.
Well, that's because I was going to ask you, because it almost sounds like it's like boom bap mixed with like Jersey mixed with drill. Like you're like mixing like 3 different genres into one hip hop thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When he created the beat, I was like, yeah, this shit hard. That's why I look at RMC like he really the voice at that's beat making shit, because I ain't gonna lie. When I look at other producers from here, I ain't never heard some shit like that what he made. And I'm like, yeah,
it was and that whole album was different. I was gonna ask you, because to be honest, I hate to say it like this, I thought it was some YouTube shit you're just pulling, but how did you meet RMC? Like I never heard of him before, so put me on to him, because I think people want to know, because that production on that album was crazy.
Yo, fun story. I don't want to hear no backlash from y'all motherfucker. He's dating my sister.
Okay.
So when there was this one time I was in my sister's room. I'm like, who you talking to? She's like, my boyfriend.
Okay.
And then she's like, oh, he makes music too. And I was like, oh, all right, word.
Word.
He came over one time and I'm like, how much you charge for your beats? He's like, don't worry about it. Like,
Whoa.
for you, like not on some no problem shit.
Right.
He was also like, some don't worry about it. Like, for you for free, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So when he gave me one of the Jersey Club beats, I was like, at first, don't get me wrong, we both thought we was going crazy.
Right.
But nobody starts off the rip going crazy, you know what I'm saying? You always gonna be like, oh, this shit hard. Looking back at it, this shit ass.
And I think it's dope too because I tell people all the time, and like I've told Brandon, because Brandon wants to, start getting back into rap. I like when an artist and a producer just lock in and make a project because it sounds more cohesive rather than you go on a poll from YouTube or you go to this one. So the cohesiveness in that project sounds like you were on one accord, man. It sounds so crazy to me. The sonics in it and shit. Like, tell me, like, were the samples handpicked and stuff, or was it already pre-made shit, or were y'all just vibing?
We was just vibing, though. We would be in the studio, be like, yo, pull some shit up, we about to rap.
Okay.
And I remember this is why I got so much love for Holmes. I remember at the time I have no studio equipment. This motherfucker done pulled up with his PC, his monitor, his fucking speakers, all
Shout
that crazy shit.
RMC, man.
And this motherfucker, he pulled up in his car to the crib, and at the moment I lived in a 3-story building. This motherfucker brought all that shit up.
If that don't show you that somebody got belief in you, I don't know.
That's love. Man. That's why we be joking around sometimes, but that's real. I got real love for the kid because he going crazy. He be going crazy.
Man, that's fucking shout out to RMC, man. You don't hear stories like that no more, man. Like,
yeah, and like what I thought he was just kidding.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I'm about to pull up with my equipment. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You lying, folks. No, don't fucking lie to me like that, bro. You lying. Stop chatting. Yo, I see his car. I see his trunk. I'm like, oh, shit. He really pulled up. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Man. Do you feel like we need more of that in CT hip hop though, bro? Because all the stories we hear are horror stories, bro. Like,
I honestly feel like we should because like, what's it called? I'm tired. Like, don't get me wrong, New York be going crazy. I'm tired of hearing of New York.
I'm tired of hearing everybody.
I'm tired of hearing of New York. I'm tired of hearing Chirac. I'm tired of hearing of Florida. I'm tired of hearing all that like not that stupid shit, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, don't get me wrong. I got respect for everybody that's making their own wave right now. I got like, you can't hate the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So I got so much respect, but when you coming from somewhere that really don't got nobody popping,
right? You
get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like I'm tired of us bringing each other down.
Yeah.
So
and do you feel like? Because I feel like sometimes with us, bro, I look at the talent here, and I'm like, bro, the talent is got talent, outrageous. It's
like we got
outrageous.
Real talent. What's it called? What's this dude name? There's this one rapper. I forgot his name. I feel crazy now. He be going crazy.
Yeah. And
for him to only get 200, 300, 500 views per song,
bro,
I'm like, yo, this motherfucker going dumb.
It's just wild for me that like right. I think one of my favorite rappers right now is Justin LaSwifts, right? He's one of the hardest out of East Hartford. Shout out to Justin, man. And Justin only be getting like 1,000 plays. One of the hardest lyricists I think I ever heard. My other boy, Sebi from East Hartford. One of the hardest lyricists you ever heard. No plays. Do you think it's just hating, or do you think people are just not promoting themselves? What do you think it is?
People just hate on other people for like I feel like there's a lot of talent in East Hartford. 7 Days, shout out 7 Day, Tracks Lou, Sitchy Verm. Them motherfuckers going crazy.
I need interviews with all y'all, but go ahead.
Facts, yo, y'all gotta type in, yo.
Y'all gotta tap in with me. But
get Tracks Lou up in there.
Hell yeah.
What's it called? And the one that really stands out to me is Sitchy Verm because he don't. Oh my God. He's not consistent. He's not consistent. But every time he come inside you're like, he don't drop music like that. But when he drop music,
it's a bomb.
Drop music.
It's a bomb.
He never, and I have yet to hear him miss. And then Tracks, he be going crazy too. Day he be going crazy. But what I feel like is people don't fuck with them like how they should, because it's like, yeah, you know, oh, you heard of 7 Day, oh, you heard of Tracks, you heard of Verm, but who really heard about them? That's you heard about them, but you don't help them grow. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, we have to have a collective thing of where, like, maybe we throw a concert or we do something.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend one time, and I was like, you know where Tom Green is at, right? You know how they got a stage.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, we should set up a whole East Hartford party. Like,
man, listen,
like,
standout fest, East Hartford edition.
East Hartford edition, no cap. Like, I was like, we get all the East Hartford artists to perform.
Yeah.
Get this shit jumping. Get the food trucks jumping. And we all perform. We all
just go
dumb.
crazy.
And publicity, that's like really what you want. Like,
that's the thing. You can't ask for no more. And the more I think of East Hartford, bro, I just even go back to the Freddie Duco era.
Yeah,
like,
Freddie
bro,
Duco.
shout out Freddie Duco. Like, bro, these also, all of them, they were going fucking bonkers. Like, they were like, their shit was out of state. Like, they were going to New Jersey and people knew about them. So why the hell can we have it here? Like, why can't we bring it cohesively back together?
Yeah, when that's what, shout out Eggy. Shout out Eggy, bro.
Shout out Eggy, bro.
He be throwing the biggest parties in CT. And what I love that he tried to do last year, but fuck the feds, because the feds shut it down. The feds shut the fucking party down.
12 always doing something, man.
There was a party in East Hartford. He wanted Bandman Real to come out all the way from Jersey. So if y'all know Bandman Real, he really the voice of this Jersey bounce shit. Yeah. I don't want to hear no Too Rare started this shit. Nah, Bandman Real started this shit, bro.
Too Rare started the commercial shit. He started the real shit. Let's just keep that on.
Bandman Real, he made sure that this shit was on the map.
Yes, sir.
But what's it called? He wanted to put a CT versus New Jersey type of thing. And what I loved about it was his main slogan for the party was bounce versus dumbo.
Yeah.
Because if you know CT, we ain't used to call it Yank Nation. We ain't call it freaking it. We called it dumbo.
Dumbing out. Yeah. And that stems from a long way.
Shout out Zoe, long live Zoe.
Shout out to Gangstalicious. Shout out to Lord Noble, aka Malik, Peso Dollars, 60 Shot Blake.
Yeah, shout out Philly, 60 Shot Blake. That motherfucker go crazy. You heard about that?
Young Phil about to kill this shit. All them dudes, man.
So they was going crazy, and he wanted to. And what made me mad was the fact that when Bandman Real was in CT. Next thing you know, oh shit, I can't do this party because the feds came and they said if we have this party that we shutting it down. So when I found out about that, I was like, fuck, like, what the fuck? And then this was, mind you, like, it was 2 hours before the party. The party was at 11.
Right.
So he managed to pick another venue, and the venue canceled on him last minute.
Oh,
so
my God.
What made it go crazy was, like, now you got people expecting some shit they can't get. And I want to talk to Eggy about that. Like, yo, we need to run it back.
Eggy, tap in, man. Listen. Eggy, I'm with all the shits.
Eggy, he the boss. He the boss, man. He go crazy.
Listen, and I didn't know. I didn't even know y'all had a personal connection because I've been heard of that name. Listen, if you talking about East Hartford, that name ring bells. I don't care what
Eggy
you're talking about.
ring bells around the whole state. How you live in CT and you don't know Eggy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So listen, man.
How you know DJ Dollars and you don't know Eggy? You know what I'm saying? Like.
I ain't gonna, man. Shout out Dollars. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dollars. But you know what I'm saying? They, that shit is official, man. And it's just sad, bro, because I feel like everything we have just flushes down the toilet, bro. Yeah. Like, that whole Zoe movement after that shit went, that flushed down. We got like some other artists, then they start beefing. It's just like, bro, we gotta come together.
When Chop got locked up, I was like, don't get I don't want y'all greats of y'all G's coming at me, bro. I ain't no G's. I got love for everybody.
Love for everybody. I come in peace.
If you in the movie, if you in the movement, we in the movement with you too. Yeah. But don't get it twisted.
I come in peace.
But basically, when Chop got locked up, I see a lot of G's popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of greats popping up out of nowhere. And I'm like, yo, bro, y'all beefing, we coming from the same place. We gotta show love to each other. And what I was thinking, I was like, what if like we just come together, like go to the studio, no fighting, no guns, leave the fighting outside.
To me, the thing with me with this gang culture shit and even this rap culture shit and CT, it's like this big macho man, like to carry the cut on their back. Like to say like, so when they get on Hot 97, when they get on Funkmaster Flex, when they get on these things, it's like, yo, I did that. I'm the one that put us on. So you got to bow down to me. Bro, if you don't understand the crabs in the barrel mentality, you have to stand on each other's back to get to the top.
I feel like we gotta stand for
saying?
each other, like,
and that's the problem.
There's a lot of people out here claiming they're the voice of CT. They the one who push it on the map. And don't get me wrong, congratulations, you're doing your thing.
Right.
But you can't be the voice of CT if half of CT beef with you. And
I'm gonna let that lie there. I'm gonna just let that sit there. I'm not gonna say much about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
No sneak dissing, because I know y'all gonna be typing on y'all phones talking about what is motherfucker talking about money. We're not talking about y'all. We're just saying, like,
well, I never understood the king of CT talk anyway, because if we're all in the same place performing and you're the voice, you're the king, you're whatever you are, we're all in the same place performing. We're all in the same place doing the same things.
And back again to what I said, that we copying other states. Like,
yeah,
when I first heard of King of Tarara,
right,
is when I heard New York.
Yeah,
I hear Ron Suno, I'm the king of the Bronx.
Right.
I hear K Flock, I'm the king of this, I'm the king of that.
Right.
Artists coming from New York, they saying they're the king of this. So it's like, I don't feel like y'all being original with this shit. Why we got to be the king of some when we could all just be a big ass team?
That was the thing with me too. I feel like a lot of times CT kind of emulated a lot of things that go on. Like when I started hearing this world or this town or whatever, and I realized that originated from Chicago. Like we should start taking initiative to make our own things and make, because that's what makes us popular. When you have a brand, right? You want your brand to stand out, right? I'm rocking Polo right now. Polo is world renowned, world known. You know what I'm saying? So if CT is the brand, we got to come up with our own lingo, our own shit, our own stuff.
Facts.
Which we have, but nobody, when they go on these interviews, everybody's saying, yo, he ain't shit. When you could be saying he off it, people are gonna be like, yo, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, he a neff. He a weirdo.
Like, what did he just say? Yo, we gonna start using that. That's when CT propels, even though it's a bad word, it just propels us because it makes us look like we got our own shit too. You know what I'm saying?
We do. It's just like you rather look like the next man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So when like you hear me talking about somebody, I'll be like, oh, he a offie. He a nuff.
Right.
But you'll never hear me saying that some shit from somewhere else. Like,
yeah, to me it's just
shit.
Like even with the cap stuff. Like at first I wasn't even trying to say that because to me it was just weird. Like that's from Atlanta.
Like from what I heard, when I heard I used to use cap. I used to be like, yo, stop the cap, yo, stop capping.
Right.
But you hear me talking now, I tell you, yo, you jazzing. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. It's CT shit. Like we were the ones even too, like you not official. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we was the ones.
We'll be like, make it official. Like make it official that you're telling the truth.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're the ones that have originated a lot of shit. It's just we don't spread it. We don't put it places in where it's supposed to be because we want to be original here and we want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, I gotta ask you about other stuff too in terms of your career because you on the rise right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll point you right now, Standout Podcast, youngest in charge, right? So with this, you know, with the drill music and stuff, do you ever get, you know, or where you're at, you know, your genre bender, whatever, but in that classification, do you want to break that? Because sometimes I get afraid that this shit just might be a fad. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want to break that and become just a regular artist, or do you want to just continue to be known as that? Because I think a lot of people try to coin you as that, man. I'm like, nah, he's an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, I don't even know. Like, I feel like it's always a mix of things.
It's just always a mix of people. Yeah, I could feel it. It's just, yeah. I mean, I could feel that definitely in terms of artistry and shit, you know. And also, so here's another thing with your music, you know. I'm not talking crap. I'm not talking shit about your engineering, nothing like that. But do you ever think you finally gonna get to one of them studios to where we get the crisper vocals?
Of course.
Or is it just?
Of course, I always.
Because I thought it was just, you know what? I thought it was a stylistic thing with you. Like I thought you just wanted to do that stylistically because it was different. It was out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Or is it just that you want to get into them big studios and right now you just on the come up, so you trying to?
Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the interview, it's like when you want something, you're gonna get it however you want.
Right. How you live.
It don't matter what you got, you're gonna use it.
Right.
You can have $2 in your pocket. You're gonna use them $2 to do what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I'll pull out my headphones and start recording off my phone again if I have to, if I go broke.
Right.
But if I have an opportunity, I'm gonna take it. You can never miss out on a good opportunity.
I feel you.
So I love making music. So it's like if I ever get invited to one of those good ass studios, of course I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna
So
make
listen,
that chance.
tap in with my boy. All the way tap in, man. He got it. Once he hit one of them studios, bro, I'm promising y'all, it's crazy.
I'm dropping an album in one night. Yo, quit playing with me.
I'm telling you, the work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
So speaking on that, you've also started performing too, man, and you getting outside. You know what I'm saying? So tell me how that was performing for the first time and being outside and getting into it and stuff, you know?
The first performance I did was that shit was embarrassing. Oh. I made myself look stupid. Oh, not because I was scared.
Right.
But because I forgot my fucking lyrics. Dog, on some real shit. I was on stage. I was listening. Mind you, I'm over here practicing in the background. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go crazy. Right. I get on the stage, they hand me the mic, and I'm confused. I'm like, what is this? What's going on? All right, so boom. So the DJ, he played my song. I'm like, all right, I got this. Man. I know this song word for word, bar for bar.
Yep.
I start rapping, and then I forget that there was a pause in the song.
Oh,
and I'm over here rapping over the pause. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I stop. And then as soon as I stop, the song ends. So I'm like, fuck. So now I really fucked up. And I'm looking at the crowd. And the crowd not fucking with me. The crowd not fucking
with me. Well, that's CT in general. Go ahead.
Yeah. But, what's it called? The crowd, they not fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm over here, I get down for stage. And shout out Arthur, because he was on that 740 song.
Shout out to Arthur.
Me and Arthur were talking. He was like, yo, you good, bro? What's up with that? What's up with that? And I'm like, yeah, like, this is my first time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
My second time performing, I did it. It was more on the ground, so I ain't even post about it.
Okay.
So when I performed, it was like, I got this.
Right.
I put my earpiece in.
Right.
I'm like, I'm gonna get this shit on lock. I ain't even pay attention to who was there.
Right.
I looked at it as it was a practice.
Yeah.
I went crazy. I went stupid. And then right after that, I got off the stage and I felt good because it's like I did better than my first time. You know?
But let me ask you this. I think it's interesting that you're 14 and you already know the difference between like a music track and an audio track, because people perform with their lyrics all the time.
Yeah.
And you're doing that without the lyrics. You're trying to remember the lyrics in your head.
Yeah.
That's dope as fuck, man. That, like, people ain't doing that. So you really like trying to perform this shit. So you already, because to me, bro, when I first started, I tried to do that shit and people clown me for it. Yo, you ain't rapping over your lyrics, bro. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? When you first start, it's like training wheels. So tell me how that is. Like, you really try to identify with this shit and you're really trying to give people the show.
I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Like,
yeah, I feel you. I get
it. What's it called? I feel like I said, it's really what you think. Like, when you're making music, it's like, you gotta also think, are they gonna fuck with it?
Right.
So,
I mean, hey man, it's just, you know, in terms of performances, like a lot of people nowadays, bro, that shit to me just gets to me because you're at a performance. Yep. And you're trying to hear people and their music is already loud.
Yep.
So you're hearing the lyrics, you know?
I have my headphones in my ear. Okay. And I got my shasty on. They don't see what the fuck I got in my ear.
I get you. All right.
So they don't know what I got in my ear. Right. So I'm over here like.
Yeah. Because to me, it was just like, yo, like sometimes you go to these performances in ZT. First of all, the crowd is stale as fuck.
Yes, bro.
I hate that shit.
What I liked is, I don't remember her name. I wish I remember her name. And this girl, she was hyping everybody up. There was an old white boy. He hopped on the stage. She was starting crazy.
Right.
And she was just like, oh, yeah. She started twerking on the stage. And she was going crazy. And I was like, all right, so she going dumb. She's supporting.
Right.
And then you see everybody else in the crowd. They just standing. They just looking at old dude like.
Yeah, man. It's just tough times. I think like in general, I think that the problem is that in terms of rapping right now, there's so many rappers. I think sometimes people are just like desensitized to it, like almost like I think people just kind of look at it and be like, oh, well, you know, he's just another rapper. When in actuality, like, bro, I'm hustling. I got this, I got that. Like, I could show you my views. I could show you my this. I could show you my that. Like,
I feel like it's more it's more to an artist than what you think.
Yeah.
So you, like I said earlier, it's really what people see.
Yeah.
You're never gonna see like what's it called? people aren't gonna hear this interview until it releases.
Right.
Like I could post, yeah, I'm with my boy Hassan Santiago.
Right.
We recording.
Right.
That's all they're gonna see. They're not gonna see what we talking about.
Right.
So.
And that's the thing that gets me though, like, because the thing that I hate is like, okay, you would support if the Weeknd ran out on stage, you'd fucking tackle them and try to do whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know people that going crazy off the Weeknd. You know who you is. I know you're gonna be watching this.
That's what I'm saying. So you gonna tackle him, but just because he's from CT and he's an unknown rapper, you're not gonna do nothing. Like, you're not even gonna cheer. You're not even gonna clap for him. Like, he's trying to get to the same place as the Weeknd. That's why I don't know, bro.
I don't. You could ask anybody in CT. I don't show love to hella people.
Yeah.
And it's the people that I know you got potential.
Right.
So shout out Zay Bucks, you know what I'm saying? Joker.
Shout out
everybody that I show love to, I showed love to everybody.
Right.
So it's like, you never gonna catch me hating on the next man.
Yeah.
I never hate on the next man.
I don't really hate, and I don't really like either. Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this before. I don't like people that just want me to repost their shit and I haven't listened to it yet and they bug me to repost it.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
It's more like just type in. Like, you don't even gotta repost it, just type in.
Right.
Cause whatever helps, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, a penny on the floor could help me right now if I'm broke.
That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So,
and I just don't, at the end of the day, like, with this music shit, like, you really have to feel somebody, right? If I don't feel your story or if I don't like your music, I just don't like it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
And that's completely normal because not everybody got the same taste.
No.
Like, I know people that out here bumping Playboy Cardi and I'm bumping Youngboy.
Right.
I could say Youngboy better, Playboy Cardi ass, but in your perspective, Playboy Cardi fire and Youngboy's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
None of us are in the wrong.
Right.
But it's more of our opinion. What we see, what we look is better. So it's more like
and I feel like that's been swayed by, just in terms of today's day and age, like, everybody has to have the same opinion. Everybody has to say this or that. Like,
yes, and that's what I don't really like. You're never gonna catch me looking as the next man. I hate that. Never copying the next man. That shit's annoying. Yeah. Because what are you trying to be?
Yeah.
You want to be like the next man, but you acting. I mean, you want to be your own person. You want to be your own person, but you acting like the next man.
Right.
So it's like, what are you doing? You're like a little stick figure. You getting drawn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that to me, and it's proven in your music, man. Like, when I listen to you, it's just different. It's not the same as everybody else. You're really making an emphasis to be different, and I could appreciate that. And as somebody that has a podcast named The Standout, to me that stands out above the rest. Because you could so easily just, I'm going to just mail this shit in and do what everybody else does and get popping. And to me, I could appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's just crazy that at this age, you're already realizing that, man. So, with that, bro, I'm going to just, let you plug all your shit, tell us what you got going on, and let everybody know what's popping with you. So,
Right now, as of right now, social media been killing me lately. I ain't gonna lie. I took a break after I dropped 304 World. I took a break off of rap.
It's hard making an album, just to let people know.
I took a break off of rap.
Yeah,
it's been almost a year. I dropped that that preview when I dropped what's it called? Bitch, I'm spinning back to back. When I dropped that preview, I saw a meme on Snap. It was like, oh, OTK7AY after coming back after a year, it says he dropped. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers neff as fuck. Y'all neffing me, yo. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. I'm gonna come back.
Life happens.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm trying to cool down.
Yeah.
So when they over here making fun of me, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come back slowly by slowly. I'm trying to go to the studio a little bit. I got shit written up. I got big features coming up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? But,
shout out Rick Ross. He may be on the album. You never know. You might never know. Pop out.
Never know.
You never know. I've heard some shit in the cut. It might be some shit coming out that you guys might be like, hold up. You about to have the game fucked up. You about to, do it all year. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. OTK7AY, plug the Instagram, plug the Facebook, plug everything.
Go follow me on Instagram, OTK7AY 6X_. You already know the vibes. Same shit with my TikTok. Go follow the TikTok. You already know. Y'all gonna see everything pop up, you know what I'm saying? So go fuck with my shit. We're gonna be going crazy. Go fuck with my boy's podcast. He going crazy too. He got
what I'm
good
saying?
big things on the way. I don't care if y'all motherfuckers hating, y'all off these anyways. We got big things coming on the way.
Oh man, man. Listen, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure
listening to your music, man. Keep going, keep rocking. Don't listen to the hate. Don't listen to none of these people, man. You got shit going on. You got big shit popping, little shit stopping, man. Just happy to have you on. Listen, man, and like I say all the time, this has been a standout podcast where everyone and anyone could be a standout. And today I got that OTK boy on. You already know
OTKJ, big
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Look at the chain. We know we getting money when you got a chain like that and them Cardis like that. Come on now, let's go.
We go crazy.
We out.
Yeah, we out.